welcome back to Reads and Threads. My name's Kate. Hello if you're new here, welcome back if you're joining us again. Today is my favourite video to film, and that is playing my TBR game Reach the Castle to determine my books that I'm going to be reading for August. I'm so excited that August is nearly here because that means that winter is almost over and I am well and truly done with winter. So really looking forward to seeing what I'm going to be getting. Filming wise, the locations are going to be slightly different. I apologize if this is really echoey. My house is in the middle of getting repainted, and so all of my furniture is either moved to new locations, getting replaced, or in the middle of a room. So a little chaotic. My library room is shoved full of other stuff, so I can barely access my books. So I'm hoping whatever books we do pick today, I can get fairly easily. It may end up being that I put up a lot of pictures rather than showing you the actual book, but we'll see how we go. I'm really eager to see what we're gonna get. I have also made a few little changes to the game. So I have combined 2 years. So swords are now 2013 and 2014, just so that I could make the owls a challenge cup. So this is all of the challenges that I have currently signed on to do or have given myself. So we're talking like Herkhead, so the hardest reading challenge you will ever do, my 25 series in 2025, our fantasy bingo. So all the books that I've allocated or thinking of allocating have ended up in here. So I'm hoping that will help me prioritize my challenges and my reads, and these are double up. So all the books that are in here pretty much for the most part are in another tub as well. So that just gives us an extra chance of getting those ones pulled out. Also, my 2025 reads is the broomsticks, and this one is extremely full. Plus I still have more to add in before we do start playing the game. If we do end up landing on a broomstick, I think I'm going to have to decant these into a bit of a bigger container so that we can pull without them all going everywhere. So if that happens, don't be shocked if I grab a different container to put these in, but that just means it'll be easier to shuffle them up. But there are so many books that I'm finding that I really want to read, and so it's just growing exponentially. That being said, my July TBR I didn't manage to finish, so we will be rolling one book over into August, and unfortunately it was my buzzword challenge book. I didn't quite get a chance to get to it, and I'm hoping that I will get to it right at the beginning of August. This is the first one that I haven't managed to read within the month that it's allocated, but I'm hoping that that won't matter and I can just read 2 buzzword books this month instead. Okay, hopefully this angle isn't too bad. You can see the whole board. I have already shuffled Murphy's prompt cards and all of our tubs, as you can see on the left-hand side. So let's get going. I am really hoping we land on some owls. I love Murphy's prompt cards. I would love the broomsticks, so anything new, but we'll see what we get. So our first roll is a 4. And we got a potion bottle. So this works out. Potion bottles are anything that I added in 2024. So that's not too long ago. Let's see what we get. This one, I think. And that is a feather so black. That's cool. Pop that up the top today. And let's keep going. Roll number 2. Oh, we dropped one. Oh, we dropped a couple. Pop those back in the box. Roll number 2. We got a 5. And it's another potion bottle. Okay, when I said I wanted newer stuff, not really what I meant, but that's okay. 2024, I think I added some really good reads, so I am happy to get to these ones. So this one Empire of the Vampire by J. Christoph. That one makes me nervous. Let's keep going, see what we get this time. A 1. So we landed on a key. And these are older ones. These are ones I added in 2016. Not as many in this one as there are in some of the others, but that would probably mean that it's the beginning of a series. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this one. This is The Kiss of Deception. Okay, what do we got? Roll 4 is a 10. We're going for a big one this time. And we landed on the wolf. I knew this was going to happen because I can't remember what I was thinking of doing for the wolf. 2 seconds, I'll be back. Okay, so one of you lovely viewers did give me a couple of ideas for the wolf. The one that I'm going to try first is swapping a book out that we get for another one. So we'll see how that goes. I do have another suggestion that I wouldn't mind trying as well, but that one would take a bit more putting together. So at this stage, we might wait till the end, but I think I will possibly swap out one of the books that we have pulled. Okay, for roll 5, we got a 2. Yay, which is a prompt card. So just take off the top. Has titled chapters. Okay, let's keep going. So we're at 6, another 2. Oh, we're going to end up with a lot of books this month. So we got the crowns. These are ones that I added in 2018. Do this one, and we got the Demon King. I have been wanting to try this one, so that's interesting. Okay, let's see how many more we'll end up with. A 2. Wow, we are really rolling low today. 2. We got the key again, which is back to 2016. So haven't managed to get my new challenge box or 2025, but we'll see. There's still a couple more that we could. So we got 6 of Crows, which is handy. I could definitely use that for her cat. Alrighty. Another 2. We got a potion bottle as well. Seems like 2s want to come out to play today. Okay. Oh, I picked up that one. What was that? Holiday Romance. Oh, I don't know about a Christmas book in the middle of the year. That might end up having to be the one that I swap out. We'll see. Let's keep going. We got a 5. We got the sword. Now this is the ones that I have combined. So these are all my 2013 and 2014 prompts. I'm going to do this one. Ooh, can I open it? Okay, this is not going to happen. I did DNF this series, so that one we won't be using, and we will pick another one. Alright, this one. Yeah, Path of Fate. Alrighty. An 8. Then that takes us to the castle. So that is all our rolls. We will reconvene and go through what we've ended up with. Okay, let's get into the rolls and what I have picked for some of them, and we'll go over the others. I think I probably am making things a lot harder for myself than I need to, and a couple of the books that I have decided to add I'm probably gonna regret, but we'll give it a go and see what we get. So our first roll, we rolled a 4, we landed on a potion bottle, which is books that I added to my want to read list in 2024, and we pulled out A Feather So Black by Lyra Celine. I am looking forward to this one. This was the other book that we were possibly going to read for book club. So that's interesting, last month, or the month before, can't remember, but interesting that that's the book that came up. So I don't own this one. I will have to get my hands on it, unless I do have it on one of my e-readers or something like that. I'm not sure, I'll look into it. But I have the synopsis up for all the ones that I don't already own on Goodreads, so we'll read through that. It says, set in a world of perilous magic and moonlit forests, this seductive romantic fantasy tells the story of a defiant changeling, her cursed sister, and the dangerous Fey Lord she must defeat to save her family. In a kingdom where magic has been lost, Fear is a rare changeling, left behind by the wicked fair folk when they stole the High Queen's daughter and retreated behind the locked gates of Ternanog, maybe? Most despise Fear's Fey blood, but the Queen raises her as a daughter and trains her to be a spy. Meanwhile, the real princess, Ayla, maybe, is bound to Ternanog. I'm very definitely butchering that one. Cursed to become a swan by day and only returning to her true form at night. When a hidden gate to the realm is discovered, Fee is tasked by the Queen to retrieve the princess and break her curse. But she doesn't go with her is Prince Rogan. That doesn't make any sense. Fea's dearest childhood friend and alliance betrothed. As they journey through the forest of the folk where magic winds through the roots of the trees and beauty can be a deadly illusion, Fea's mission is complicated by her feelings for the prince and her unexpected attraction to the dark-hearted Fey Lord holding Elia captive. Irian might be more monster than man, but he seems to understand Fia in a way no one else ever has. Soon Fia begins to question the truth of her mission, but time is running out to break her sister's curse, and unraveling the secrets of the past might destroy everything she has come to love. Does sound good. I'm really looking forward to giving that one a go and see how it turns out. Okay, for our second roll, we rolled a 5 and we landed on a potion bottle again, and we pulled out Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I have read from J. Kristoff before, though at this stage I'm thinking that I prefer the books that he has written with Amy Kaufman. I did try Nevernight and it just wasn't for me. So this one is making me nervous, but I do want to give it a go. And I know that it's extremely thick, so that will be interesting as well. But this one says, from holy cup comes holy light. The faithful hand sets world aright. And in the 7 martyrs' sight, mere men shall end this endless night. It has been 27 long years since the last sunrise. For nearly 3 decades, vampires have waged war against humanity, building their eternal empire even as they tear down our own. Now only a few tiny sparks of light endure in a sea of darkness. Gabriel de Leon is a silver saint, a member of the Holy Brotherhood dedicated to defending realm and church from the creatures of the night. But even the Silver Order could not stem the tide once daylight failed us, and now only Gabriel remains. Imprisoned by the very monsters he vowed to destroy, the last silver saint is forced to tell his story. A story of legendary battles and forbidden love, of faith lost and friendships won, of the wars of the blood and the forever king, and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. It sounds cool. I hope that I do enjoy it, but we'll see. For our third roll, we rolled a 1 and we landed on a key, which are books that I added to my want to read list in 2016, and we pulled out Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This is one I picked up from work recently and I'm just really loving this edition. So I'm hoping that I like this series and I might end up picking up these copies myself. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. And it says on the back of this, she flees on her wedding day. She steals ancient documents from the Chancellor's secret collection. She is pursued by bounty hunters sent by her own father. She is Princess Leia, 17, first daughter of the House of Morrigan. The Kingdom of Morrigan is steeped in tradition and the stories of the bygone world, but some traditions Leia can't abide, like having to marry someone she's never met to secure a political alliance. Fed up and ready for a new life, Lyra escapes to a distant village on the morning of her wedding. She settles in among the common folk, intrigued when two mysterious and handsome strangers arrive, and unaware that one is the jilted prince and the other is an assassin sent to kill her. Deceptions swell and Leah finds herself on the brink of unlocking perilous secrets that may unravel her world, even if she feels herself falling in love. It sounds really good. So I am extremely eager to get to this and give it a go. Next up, we landed on The Wolf. Now, The Wolf, I am going to try what one of my viewers suggested, and that is to swap a book out for another one of my choosing. So the role that I am going to swap out was role 8, which we got a holiday romance. I really don't think it's a time of year to be reading a holiday romance, so I'm gonna regret this. I know I am, but I need to be keeping up with new releases for Herkhead, so I am going to add in Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This edition I got from Fairy Loot. This is by V. Schwab. This is the first V. Schwab book that I am going to attempt. I won't say this is my favourite version cover-wise of this book. I think I do prefer the original, but I'll see if I like it, how I go, whether I decide to keep this book or not will probably be determined on that. Let's read what this is about. It says, this is a story about hunger. 1532, Santo Domingo de la Caldaza. A young girl grows up wild and wily, and Maria knows she can only ever be a pawn in men's games. So when an alluring stranger offers an alternate path, Maria makes a desperate choice. A story about love, 1827, London. A young woman lives a cloistered life on her family's estate until a moment of forbidden intimacy sees her shipped off to London. Once there, a beautiful widow offers Charlotte her freedom. But at what cost? A story about rage, 2019, Boston. College was supposed to be a fresh start. That's why Alice moved halfway across the world. Then an out-of-character one-night stand leaves her questioning everything. Alice throws herself into the hunt for answers and revenge. This is a story about life, how it ends and how it starts again. I have heard this is, I think it's Sapphic Vampire. So I'm intrigued. Hopefully I like it. I am able to finish it so that I can mark off July in the new release section for Herkhead. Okay, our fifth roll we rolled a 2 and we landed on one of Murphy's prompt cards, which I'm so glad. Like I said in previous videos, I don't know that I want to play a version of this game without one of my prompt cards. So for this month we got Has Titled Chapters. Now I did find from the section of my library that I can actually access a couple of options that would work for this one. And I think I'm going to be extremely bad for myself, but my first option was The Game's God Play by Abigail Owen. I am intrigued to get to this one. I do have it on my Our Fantasy Bingo, so it would be really helpful. It does have titled chapters, which was great. However, my other option is the one I'm going to probably go with. I am probably going to regret this, and I don't know if I will be able to finish this in 1 month. It may end up folding over, but I do need to read it. And that is Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson's Tower of Midnight. This is the book that I am currently up to. I do have this series on my 25 and 2025 to finish off, and I also have it on my Our Fantasy Bingo because I wanted to use it as the last in a series prompt. So I need to read this one to get to the last in the series. This one I can't really tell you much about, but predominantly we've been following Dragon Reborn. So every each has a new dragon and they are set about to fight against the Dark One, who has been imprisoned but is attempting to break free. He has agents all over the world that are working to free him, and Rand and his fellow companions have to try and stop that. It has been an extremely long endeavor reading this series. I have enjoyed bits of it and I have found a lot of it a huge slog. I do, however, really want to finish it and say that I have read all of the Wheel of Time. So although I will probably regret it, I am going to add this into titled chapters, and you can see on the contents that all of the chapters do have a different title. Do I remember what was happening? not specifically. So I'm going to just try and jump in. I have previously started this book and don't remember where I was up to. So I'm going to just start again from the beginning. We'll give it a go and hopefully I can get this one finished. If not in August, in September. But I want this done by the end of the year, this whole series. So this one definitely needs to go on the TBR. Next up, we rolled a 2, so we are on roll 6, which is where every other game that we've played so far has ended. Not the case this month. We rolled a 2, we landed on The Crown, which are books that I added in 2018, and we got The Demon King by Cinda Williams-Chimer. Again, this is a book that I have owned for a decent amount of time and have been eager to try. I have read other books by Cinda Williams-Chimer and really enjoyed them, so I am eager to see if I like this series. So this one says, times are hard in the mountain city of Fellsmarch, and reformed thief Han Alistair must rely on all his skills to provide for his mother and his sister. While out hunting one day, Han and his clan friend Dancer discover 3 young wizards using a magical amulet to set fire to a sacred mountain of Hanalea. Han wrestles it from them, but without realizing that his heroism has put him and his family in great danger. For the young arsonist is Micah Breyer, son of the High Wizard, and the amulet a treasure with immense power. It once belonged to the Demon King, the legendary wizard who nearly destroyed the world a millennium ago. The Breyers will stop at nothing to get it back. Meanwhile, Reza Amrana, Princess Heir of the Fells, has just returned to the city after spending 3 years with her father's clan in the mountains. She aspires to be like Hanalea, the legendary warrior queen who vanquished the Demon King and saved the world. But her mother has other plans for her, plans that will put both the queendom and Rosea's future in great danger. The 7 realms will tremble when the adventures of Han and Rosea collide in a stunning new page-turner from best-selling author Cinda Williams-Chimer. So hopefully I really enjoy this one. I haven't been having as much luck with the older series that I do have on my TBR lately, so really looking forward to giving this one a go. For roll 7, we rolled another 2. It was definitely the month for 2s. And we landed on a key, which are books that I added in 2016. And we got 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is one that I have been interested to give a go for a fair while. I actually picked this book up just recently. I went out to visit a book sale and they had a blind date with a book and I managed to pull 6 of Crows. I am really intrigued to give this one a go. I think, is this a duology? Maybe. Yes, this is just a duology. So I could read this and use it if I can do this book and its follow-on for Herkhead, but we'll see how we go. So this one says, enter the Grishaverse with book 1 of the 6 of Crows duology featuring characters seen in the Netflix original series Shadow and Bone. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as a wraith, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. Kaz Bracker and his crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. I really do hope I enjoy this one. I have heard some great things about it and I would just like to give Leigh Bardugo a go. I've never read any of her stuff, so really looking forward to giving this one a try. Okay, now we're going to go to roll 9. We've already discussed roll 8. So for roll 9, we rolled a 5. We landed on the sword and I picked out Path of Fate by Diana Farrow Francis. This is a book that I thought I owned, so I can't see it at the moment. That's not saying much though, because like I said earlier, that room is a mess. It is also possible though that I did own it and unhauled it a couple of years ago, just thinking that I would never get around to it. So before BookTube, not that I didn't necessarily want to read it, just that I wasn't really reading much at that time. So if I don't have it, I will get a copy somehow. But this one says, in the land of Kodu Rik, becoming Alad Kalazane is the highest honor one can achieve. It means the lady has chosen you to bond and be united forever with one of her specially blessed animals, soul to soul. Abandoned by her parents as an infant, Rizel grew up perpetually reminded that she did not belong. There wasn't a moment when she didn't feel like apologizing just for existing, until she became a Tark and proudly discovered her talent for healing. Now, when Rizil believes she has finally found the security and sense of belonging she has always craved, she is chosen by the Blessed Lady to be the Alad Khalazain. I'm so butchering whatever that word is. One of the judges, soldiers, spies, and explorers who travel the land, bound to no one but the lady herself. Devastated by the thought of losing her hard-won place in the world, Rizil rejects the lady's gift and Alad Khalazain Gershok, who needs her. But Rizil's decision does not affect her alone. Soon the fate of all Kadurik will rest in her hands, and Rizil will be forced to make a bitter choice to save her people from the horrors of war. I'm hoping this one will be really good. I am a little nervous about it, reading the synopsis again. It was obviously a fair while ago that I originally put this on my TBR, but we'll see how we go. I'll get my hands on it and I will give it a go. The light in here is getting really bad, so I think I'm going to just turn the light on and see if that helps the situation. I don't know that it's made a huge improvement, but we'll just roll with it. I'm telling you though, so happy when winter is no longer a thing. Okay, so let's move on to the extra books that I have to add on to this list. So the book that I didn't get to in July was Mark Lawrence's The Book That Wouldn't Burn. This was my buzzword challenge book. For the apostrophe, you had to read a book with punctuation in the title. It is a chunker as well. Hopefully, do any of the others? I don't think any of the other books that I've just added on my TBR would work for that prompt either. So I will attempt to get to this one in August, but we'll again see how I go. I won't read the synopsis to this. I did read it in the last video. So if you are interested in what this book is about, go check that video out. For Buzzwordathon for August though, we need to read a book with in the title. And for that one, we are going to be reading Thief with No Shadow by Emily G. And this one says, imagine a world where the ordinary and extraordinary coexist, where tall fire-breathing salamanders live amongst men and magic runs in certain bloodlines. Melky is a wraith, able to walk unseen. Feared by all, hunted and hated, she has lost everything except her younger brother. Now she is forced to do the unthinkable. In exchange for her brother's freedom, she must use her magical gift to steal. But Melky's thieving has devastating consequences, and undoing her crime may cost her life. I think that sounds really cool. And my other add-on is my In Real Life book club. So my book for the book hose this month is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This one says, when a teenager vanishes from a Adirondack summer camp, two worlds collide. Early morning, August 1975, a camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. Its occupant, Barbara Van Laar, has gone missing. Barbara isn't just any 13-year-old. She's the daughter of the family that owns the summer camp and employs most of the region's residents. And this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother similarly vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. As a panic search begins, a thrilling drama unfolds, chasing down the layered secrets of the Van Laar family and the blue-collar community working in its shadows. Moore's multi-threaded story invites readers into a rich, gripping dynasty of secrets and second chances. It is Liz Moore's most ambitious and wide-reaching novel yet. This again is going to be very out of my comfort zone. I very much stick to fantasy and like it. But I will give it a go. See how it is. I do give all of the book group books a go. Whether I finish them, that's another story. I don't know about you, but just with the ones that I physically have with me at the moment, this is going to be an insane month. Have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video? I would love to know your thoughts about all of them. I am looking forward to pretty much every book that I have got on my list. I do think this is overly ambitious for me. I have a feeling that this is going to be a month where I don't get even close to finishing my TBR, but we'll see how we go. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for the wolf, please leave them down below. I am willing to try anything that we come up with. I am looking at ways of adapting all of it as we go. Really looking forward to what I will be reading in August, and that we're moving through the year and having a lot of fun with all of my reading. If you would like to subscribe, I bring out a video once a week. I would love to have you as part of this community. And if you would like to, I have linked down below my Goodreads, my Storygraph, and my Instagram. You can follow me over on any of those. I'd love to know what you're reading in August, so feel free to leave me a comment down below. And I hope that wherever you are having a really wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.